Alright, welcome everyone to the 14th session of D&D. Even though I said I wasn't going to be streaming for a while, this isn't really that, critical of a stream. And my mother is stabilized in the hospital, so we're able to do D&D. Now I might have to pause here and there to take phone calls as test results come back for, but we will be able to do D&D nonetheless. We just won't be gaming.
Gaming girls.
But I am welcomed by slightly less than what it says on our thing because, yeah, people have lives, people have to sleep. It's fucking almost, it's almost midnight already. But as always, I'm welcomed by Alaro, our Bloodhunter Muck Barbarian, also our DM Frito Bendejo.
Hello.
We have Ivan, our Ranger Rogue Druid Zeke the Phantom.
California boy.
Picture in Arkansas. We have Hart, our fighter sorcerer, also known as Silent Heart. He's not here tonight. He is probably either sleeping or watching his little sibling. I will be playing Katara's character as we need a healer. But she is sleeping for work. She'll be up here in like 3 hours. We have me, Frankel, our sorcerer rogue. Sergeant Putnam, our ranger, who's played by Les, cannot make it tonight. He is probably sleeping. And then we have Skier, our sorcerer cleric, played by Astruther.
Oh, fuck, I screwed it up. Hello. Y'all gotta hide. Y'all think it's over.
And yeah, we can get into it whenever you are ready, Frito. Last time we left off with all of us talking to a god.
Indeed.
And finishing all the problems of hell with a special ring called the Ring of Three Wishes, but we only got 2 out of that shit.
Oh boy. Can't wait to get caught up in all the D&D I missed last time.
Alright. So, as all of you enter your individual portals to go to the Hag's floor,
Hag.
there is a little bit of a cutaway that needs to happen.
Can we get, like,
Um,
the Disney Channel draw the little Mickey Mouse head logo up real quick?
I see D&D.
Hang on, I might be able to pull something on my ass. For
I'm
future
ready.
I can't
references.
wait for a class action lawsuit to be against all of us.
I'm
Yeah, rather
Zendaya,
not.
and you're watching the worst show ever. D&D.
Alright, so we will cut away to a woman.
A woman?
Who is
A woman in
How
D&D?
how how
Unheard of.
fuckable is she?
Jesus Christ.
wow. Anyway,
Scale 1 to 10.
this woman is in the Yizgard Plains. She is attended by several wolves, the largest one being a dark gray with white and silver.
Yummy.
Her eyes are a pale whitish emerald. She has elven tattooing on her face, dwarven on her arms, and abyssal on her other. She wears a long flowing dark green gown. She has 2 daggers, one on each side. They have the symbol of a blue feather infinity symbol with emerald horns.
Ooh.
Her hair is stark raven black.
Kinky.
She seems wise despite her age. She seems like she's very young, but to meet and look at her in the eyes would tell you another story.
Longevity
This
potion will do
woman
that to you.
has lived a very long life. A smile perks on her face. and she says, "Oh, so my son is still alive.
Huh?
Maybe when he comes here, I'll surprise him. After all, it's been quite a long time since I've seen him. I wonder how much he's grown. Oh well, the Spader never tells me anything. Come along, Zorith." The large, dark brown, white, and silver wolf perks its head up, bows to her, and she gets on top.
Ooh.
The wolf stands up and gently carries her into the forest. She is atop the wolf as though it was normal, like she's done it millions of times. It just comes natural to her.
I'm a Buck Allero's
She
mom.
pets the wolf's head and says, "Jorif, you'll get to see your friend again. I wonder if he remembers you." It seems like there's a slight happy look on the wolf's face as it becomes eager and starts from a walk to a trot. Now we will return to everyone. You are all now in the hag's floor. You are in her throne room, and she says, "You guys are back again. What now?"
Nice to meet you. You're old.
She sewed your mouth shut once. Why do you think she wouldn't do it again?
Oh, this is the same character. Never mind. I rescind that.
Right now.
I have completely forgotten who this character was. It seems in the past 2 sessions. Jesus Christ.
She's the one who silenced you.
Yeah, I rescind that.
You can't resend it. You already said it.
No! I don't want to face the consequences of my actions.
She stares at you and just gives a nice little smile.
Do you know any stories? Do you know how to bake cookies?
Anyway, why are all of you here on my floor again?
Oh, this is where
Found
we
this rotten. Go.
we were just coming back from meeting all the other demons again. You know, just meeting back up on this floor because it's the only one where we know where the shops are. Also, your town loves us because we are strong.
I'm here because I smelled some lilacs earlier and it made me think of you.
Suck up.
Not a suck up, it's a trauma response.
She just kind of scratches her head and rubs her hands together in agitation and says, "Okay, look. What specifically do you need? I want all of you out of here as fast as possible."
Mental health. Mental health.
Well, I mean, you got any ways for us to make money before we leave?
Can you just give me 10,000 gold?
No, I will
But
not
it's
just give you money.
But I'm cute and funny
And
and
as
I can
for
make
your
balloon
next-
animals.
And as for your first question, unfortunately, there is not.
Do you know who I
However,
am? Because I don't.
I can take you all to another dimension. Of course, Asmodeus was planning to do it himself, but
Asmodee who?
Don't get Asmodeus started, Skier. He doesn't like it.
I know who he is. It's just fun to see him get flustered. You know?
You'll say that until he makes you do more work for him.
I'm sexy. I can get away with it.
So,
I could hear
this is her
pain.
offer. She will send you to a dimension out of the three that Asmodeus was planning to send you ahead of schedule. You'll find fame and riches in any of the three.
I
However,
called him in.
your only choices are Yizgard, the Abyss, and Limbo.
I
Well,
call Easgard.
Wait,
I call Easgard.
I would like to probably go to Limbo first.
No! I hate Limbo. That's where I dump all my garbage.
Well,
I
why do you want to go to Limbo, Ivan?
There is some information
Ivan,
about
you are a
something
sad,
personal
sad
to me
man.
that Belial had distributed to me.
Well, Asmodeus said that we should go to Yizgard because that's where we could find ways to make money and get our gear upgraded.
Actually, I changed my answer. I want to go to the Abyss first.
No! I am not
Yes!
going home! I
The
can't
Abyss,
even... I'm not allowed to go to that realm. They locked me out.
the Abyss is the closest I can get to home because no one will go to Zoriat with me.
Well, I can't go to the Abyss until I fucking go to fucking Yggdrasil. Fuck.
Ease. What if we split up? What if we Scooby-Doo this?
If you want to go to the Abyss, you're going to die.
Fair
It-
enough.
I kind of know that, albeit it's not the research and studies. It was because one of the gods here told me that.
Fine,
Mm,
fine, fine. I'm on big guy's team. Let's go to Easgard.
Arrow's
Why
gonna make a
Yizgard?
roll.
Again, I just told you. Asmodeus said that we could make money, riches, and get our gear upgraded there, far beyond what we have here. I mean, it is the
Also-
realm of the gods, after all. Another one, of course.
Also,
Okay,
I'm fucking tired of all these gloomy ass, depressing realms. Let's go somewhere shiny, please.
Okay,
Uh,
so Alaro just made an insight check on Ivan.
Oh,
I mean, I have my passive insight, which is just as high as his roll.
Ivanka.
So, Ivan, do you want to fight against this insight check with a deception, or are you going to let it go?
Can I roll?
Uh, well, I feel like Ivan wouldn't try to really hide it much more than he is trying to already, because he's not really deceiving anyone. He's just kind
Yeah.
of leaving out details.
I mean, he's telling, like, Ivan's fully telling the truth.
Can I roll
Yeah.
a persuasion check on Ivan?
That he
at
got,
least?
he got info from Belial.
Now,
Yeah, I got info from Belial. I just not leading in every.
He's just not
So-
saying what the info was.
that's what Alaro's insight check was for.
Oh, I was gonna.
Well, wouldn't that be a
roll
persuasion then to get what the info is?
Yeah, that's why I was asking if I could roll a persuasion check to see if I could get the info out of them.
I'm letting the insight check go through. That's all that matters in this.
That means you have to roll a deception.
No, I'm saying that I'm not going to fight against it.
Ah.
Now, Alaro looks at you, Ivan, and he says, Ivan, is there something that you're not telling us?
I may be leaving out a few details.
Spill it!
Not to you, Jingle Bells.
Them's the
Hello.
fighting words.
Iro puts his hand on your shoulder and says, Ivan, you are among friends here. If you cannot trust us, then who can?
I suppose you are right. My Belial took an interest in my daughter's soul, and it was meant to be sent to Yidgard, but there was a mix-up, and it was sent to the Abyssal Realm. Luckily, though, it was able to be put in Limbo instead. And
Ivan, what do you mean your daughter's soul would go to Yizgard? Your daughter's
You have
alive
a
back at
daughter?
home.
Shut up. Not you guys, a dog. Just want to make that clear.
yeah, about that. I forgot to I left that information out. Didn't I?
Um,
Spill the
Dude,
beans.
obviously. Also, on top of that, how would it go to Yizgard? Because
Yeah.
when a soul dies, they just go to their respective afterlife.
well,
Are you
that's
saying
the
that your
thing.
daughter is secretly a god?
I don't know. But that's besides the. No, I actually have reasoning behind it. But to be fair, let me continue to speak here. So, Alaro, Frankel, Jingle Bells, you wouldn't know this. So, in terms of, you remember that time with Greg?
Nadaro nods.
I miss that
Ah.
old man.
I do
Yes,
as well.
Greg.
The information he told me. How do you guys feel about Changeling? Really quickly.
I once
Alaro
met a
just-
changeling.
Alaro just shrugs and says, I have befriended many.
They tried to steal my face, so I ate their face.
I look at Frankel. Your opinion on Changelings?
Hang on.
I like how we all just accepted that my character is actually insane.
I
It took
I have
three-
met many insane people. I am a doctor. The
Like,
psych ward isn't that much different from where I'm already at.
it's taken 3 sessions and we're already at the point of acceptance. That's great.
Now, again, Ivan was one of the few characters that was like, yeah, you know what? You could be right about your insanity here.
What was the question? Sorry, I was
How do you
texting
feel
a
about
message.
changelings, Frankel?
Oh, you know, I've dealt with a few in my day. Some of them are dickheads. Some of them make a good stew. Some of them are some of the best friends I've made along the way. So,
They do not make a good stew. That
They-
changeling's face did not taste good.
well, that's because you were eating the face, Jingle Bell.
Thank
Well,
you.
what are you
but
supposed to eat?
Well, the best part is actually their upper arm. You take the meat off their upper arms, throw it in a stew with some demon's blood.
Are you
Absolutely
some
delicious.
kind of cannibal?
No, I'm a Githyanki. Well, and I
Anyways.
guess you guys know the secret now. I'm a Githyanki and a ASMR.
Anyways,
A gift.
in this situation, the reason I ask is, at Timothy guy, yeah.
Oh no.
What's Timothy's name?
Frankel,
Timatheus the Wise.
you already know that I know who Timothy is.
Do I?
Yes, I would have
I don't.
mentioned during the time where we were all talking about our past. I would have most likely mentioned like, how did you become a doctor? I had a good friend named Timothy Hortons.
Is his fucking name Tim Hortons?
Oh my god, have you not noticed it yet? My rival, the person I hate the most, is Timothy Hortons. My middle name is Duncan. Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's all piecing together now.
And I found it fucking hilarious that just random Joe Schmo would be in the middle of the feud between Tim Hortons and Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh my god, it's all clicking together now. My
No,
brain.
Zeke, you
just-
want to know what you are? Since your name's Ivan, that's predominantly a Russian name. You're the fucking
What?
really good Russian jelly-filled donuts you can buy at Walmart.
Is that
Uh,
about Punchies?
anyways,
Those are Polish,
so
not Russian.
the reason
No,
why
there's
is
a set of Russian donuts at Walmart.
yes,
Oh, I know
Frunkel
about
and
that.
Alaro would know that about Timothy, and Ivan would know that you know who he is.
Yeah, when you say his name, he kind of tenses up a bit.
Who is
I-
Timothy?
Oh, Jingle Bell. Sometimes there's just certain things you don't ask.
3 sentences or less. I preferably less.
Oh, well, this is a great way to explain it.
Deception, tricks, asshole, betrayal. There's
Killed
4
my
words.
daughter, you know, that stuff.
Good to know. Can I kill him if I see him?
No, that honor's
Maybe.
mine.
Can I eat his face?
No, there won't be anything
Can-
left to eat.
I
Can
love that
I-
nobody fucking questioned what Ivan said in that situation.
No,
What did I even say?
Alaro went wide-eyed when you said that.
What did I even say? I didn't
He
exactly
said
hear.
maybe.
No,
Oh.
No, he said that Timothy killed his
you know,
daughter.
killed my daughter. You know, that type of stuff.
I mean, I don't put it past him.
Instead of killing him, can I send him into an eternity of maddening nightmares?
No.
Ivan's gonna do their insight check to guess what you're about to say. Oh, nope.
Guess what? Who's about to say? What I'm about to say?
No, Ivan.
So, yes, jokes aside,
Franco, you got it.
So you said he killed your daughter and did he replace your daughter?
Yes, he replaced my daughter with a changeling.
Is it like a homunculus flesh
Oh,
puppet sort of situation?
No,
No,
no.
the changeling literally took the shape of his daughter and has been pretending to be his daughter for
God,
the
when
last 12
Esther said that,
years.
just made me remember Full Metal Alchemist.
And
That's what the
It's
joke was.
quite hard to really tell a difference when one,
Um,
changelings are very good at deception, and two, your daughter was 2 years old and didn't have much of a personality besides the
Ivan,
at the time.
why would he want to kill your daughter?
I don't know. I thought we were friends, but no. Oh, here you go. Yes, go down the line of medicine, friend. Your wife cheated on you. You need money. Oh, do this, do that.
Is
Ivan.
your daughter?
It seemed like a great idea at the time.
Can I just ask how did you find out that your daughter was a changeling? You know,
Well,
that feels like
it was Greg. He already said that.
oh
Yeah, it is
Gregory.
a druid.
A time traveling druid.
Gregory. What is among us, Gregory?
No, it's just Greg, specifically Greg.
Yeah, he
Also,
just he
Tora,
literally
now
doesn't
would be
even have
around
a.
the time to get the god name since we are doing this type of dumpness.
He real quick, like literally, Greg is his only name because he has no middle last name.
So he's just Greg.
Yep, he's just Greg.
So, Greg told me about the fact that
I
she
wonder
was
if Greg is.
replaced. I have no idea why she would be replaced, but this is
The hag interjects and says, "I may know. It is only a theory, but
Wait,
when
hold on.
most
Hold on. So what you're saying is this Greg guy killed your daughter, replaced her with a changeling, is some kind of time traveling druid man,
No, Greg
And-
didn't kill her. Timothy did.
And now we have to go to Limbo to get her soul because it was sent there instead of the realm of the gods. And you guys call me crazy.
I will
Give
now.
me one moment.
Yeah, so this before you do this, this will be the time in which I will send you the paragraph, Frito.
Mhm.
I'm just getting the name of the god that Tor is suggesting.
Suggesting.
There you go.
Bug
Frito,
suggest-
this is a homebrew god based off of the gods from Conan, like the Conan universe.
When I heard Conan,
Oh,
I
I
thought of
figured.
Conan. When I heard Conan, I thought of Conan O'Brien, and that made me think of chin implants. The ADHD thought process. It is terrible.
Oh wait, I forgot to add a couple of her other things. Hold up.
Okay. Sorry. Hold on.
No, you can send them that. I'm just giving you
Yeah.
all what she's the god of.
Are you guys like okay? Like I'm concerned for your everything, especially you, Doctor Man. Are are you gonna be okay?
Also, Jingle Bells.
Stop calling me that.
You haven't earned my respect enough to call you your actual name.
I'm better than you in every way, shape, and form.
And yet,
Yeah.
you still did barely any damage to that last creature we fought.
I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Alright.
creature?
Put into consideration what I sent you.
And also, my mother knocked you out cold when we were fighting her, so...
Oh, is that what happened during that fight?
Yeah, you got
No
knocked...
one.
You got knocked out by a spell. Anyone who
No
wasn't
one
present in the
ever
fight.
filled me in on what my. No one filled me in on what my character did during that fight, so I
Yeah, you got knocked the fuck out. She cast a wide range spell
Okay,
that knocked
okay.
out everyone that wasn't present.
Good to know. So, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh.
Anyways, you said jingle bells, and you had something else to say. I
Mm.
wasn't paying attention.
Well, Jingle Bells, listen. When a soul doesn't go to the afterlife, and I'm guessing, since Ivan was mentioning that someone else got involved with it, a god probably got involved and gave her a new body. So her soul isn't in limbo, she has been reborn in limbo.
The way that it was described to me was the way it was described to me was her soul was sent to the afterlife, and well, Belial got involved because he took an interest within her soul, and it was to be sent upwards to Githgar, but got
Okay.
lost along
So
the way,
basically,
and went to the abyssal realm,
Belial...
and was luckily been able to be stopped, but could only go into limbo for the time being.
I don't know if I would call that place of nothingness a lucky thing. But
I wonder if I have a
Much
soul.
luckier than the abyssal realm.
I mean, at least there's people there that won't make her go insane.
I've been to Limbo a couple times. It's
Quiet.
I mean, it's a place.
But
It's not my favorite.
Ivan.
You know, because
So basically what you're telling me is she has got to grow up in the afterlife.
hey, it's like me.
As it has been shown, yes.
I'm
It
back.
does seem as if
So
she
yeah,
has been able to grow
basically what it is after her soul got pulled out of the afterlife, she was given a new body, Jingle Bells. So she is just as human as anyone else. But she might have some supernatural characteristics for, being reborn due to a god.
You only call me Jingle Bells because you're incapable of saying my name properly.
Skier, I'm able to say your fucking name again.
You didn't say it right.
Yes, I did. That's literally how you said to say it the first day.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking said!
Oh, I thought you said skier, which is a type of
No, I said
yogurt.
skier. What?
Oh, well, I'm also hard of hearing.
Also, I have a
Some
fucking
idiot.
speech impediment, so leave me be.
Yeah.
I love how once Ivan fucking called skier fucking
I mean,
jingle bells, it just
it,
kind
it
of
makes it makes sense until he shows that he deserves respect.
He deserves respect. He's funny.
More of a nuisance, but and
You guys love him.
we already have a comedian in this party. His name is Hart.
Is Hart's character funny, or is Hart funny because they're cringe?
Oh no, Hart's character's funny. That's why we always make fun of him.
Ah.
His character's legitimately stupid.
So this little girl has to grow up in limbo. You know,
Well, not if we
not-
get her out, but also, Ivan, I hate to say this, but we're not going to be able to get her out without better gear.
not my top 10 places to live as a child, but you know, it's up there.
No
somewhere.
offense, but I'd rather not spend what? Well, from what I was told, time passes about twice as fast. I do not want to spend upwards of possibly 2 months,
I
which would add
mean,
to
time
trying to.
time doesn't pass in limbo, though.
That doesn't matter. I want to make sure that I can get my daughter as soon as possible.
Well,
Just be like me, be
literally nothing can happen to her in limbo.
Just be like me and be biologically incapable of aging. Loser.
Okay, so the hag says, I do have one theory as to why this Timothy seemed to have targeted your daughter.
You're still here? I thought you
We're in
disappeared.
her fucking throne room. Of course she's still here.
Yeah, but I thought she hated us, so I just thought she walked away.
Now, normally it's not my business to meddle in the affairs of other gods,
But it's fun.
but Ivan, was it?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Now, by any chance, this woman that gave birth to your daughter, did she at all seem odd?
Well, just as odd as me, I thought.
Well, it would explain why I recognize the magic that is surrounding you.
Explain yourself.
By any chance, do you know of a god named Dirkito?
Alright, let's roll religion.
Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh, I know all
Dirketto.
about this god. I know. Ooh,
Wait, hold on.
25.
Can you say her name again?
I didn't hear what Torm said.
It's Dirketto.
Oh, Dirketto. My apologies.
I
Did you say
rolled a
Dirk?
25 for my religion check if I knew the fucking god.
Yes, you know who Dirketto is.
Did you say Derekito?
Originally. Yes, I do. It's one of the few gods I actually ended up studying up upon.
Ooh.
Due
That
That
to
would make sense.
interest.
Now, follow my theory. If by chance, say, this god decided to become disguised as a woman, like a mortal, to visit the human world, a lot of the times we gods do tend to do that, either to breed offspring with mortals, or to cause a little chaos.
Are
If
you?
my theory is correct, Dirkito chose you for whatever reason, that you shall be the bearer of her offspring.
He can't.
Now,
Bring. He's not even a bear.
To put this simply, I may believe that this Timothy character either figured it out or came across this information by happenstance. Now, the most interesting thing is, if he wanted your daughter, why kill her? Why not simply just steal her away? And as you say, your daughter was replaced with a changeling.
Well,
Why not keep the changeling in play while keeping your daughter alive?
Maybe because he's
The
not.
only reason why he would need to kill a child of a god.
is to steal their celestial power.
Exactly.
But why would he want to steal her celestial power if he's already a god himself?
He's not. He's a
He's
Githyanki
not.
like me. But, like my
Oh.
mother, he craves power.
So, if I'm getting this all right, God 1 was down bad, had a kid with this dude, and then another dude who was down bad for power was gonna kill her for her power?
In all honesty, I would not say that she was down bad, as you put it. She was quite a
She
lovely woman.
she might have sensed that since she is a healing patron, along with, a down bad patron, as Jingle Bells would put it.
Hey,
She might have just seen the potential in Ivan's doctor abilities and wanted to foster the next generation of the healing hero.
But
I
at
mean,
the time, I wasn't even a doctor before when.
maybe she
Ivan,
knew-
gods can sense future potential in people, just as they can sense past potential.
As far as I know, I wouldn't have even become a doctor where it wasn't for Timothy.
Didn't you say that your wife cheated on you and left you? And
She
which then
did,
set
yes.
you down the course of finding a job to make a lot of money, which led you to your current job?
Yes, but it was Timothy who gave me the idea of becoming a doctor.
Well, you have to think about it this way. Gods have their prophecies, but prophecies don't always say all of the steps to get to the end result. You could have had the potential to be a great doctor, but you needed a catalyst to become a great doctor. No one
Alaro,
knows what that catalyst could have been.
that makes
Alaro chimes in and says, "It's not our place as mortals to understand the ways of the gods."
no, but maybe I can.
Shut the fuck up, Jingle Bells.
Hey, you don't know my backstory.
Well, you haven't shared it, so of course I don't.
No, but I'm more multifaceted than you think.
Ugh.
Only thing I can think when I see you is Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock.
What I'm trying to say is, gods and mortals aren't that different when you come to think of it. I mean, look at her over there. Yeah, she's a bit arrogant, but arrogance is a human emotion.
Well, yes, because
Alaro kind of scoffs at what you said.
I mean,
Oh.
Alaro, to be fair, most of the gods were once human. They just gained so much power and respect that it transformed them into godhood. So he's
What
not
it
fully wrong.
What it seems to me is that it was a simple desire it was a self-fulfilling prophecy almost in a sense that a prophecy cannot exist without some sort of initial catalyst to push it onward, and then prophecies usually happen because those who are involved in it either try to actively prevent or actively encourage it, therefore making it happen.
Yes.
Alaro,
Prophecies don't usually happen without the knowledge of the prophecy on one end.
Alaro just kind of bursts out in anger. "What the hell do you know about anything, Jester? Fate, destiny, will of the gods, it's all bullshit.
I want my character to take off his hat and the large collection of greasy black eye stalk tentacles just flop out as black goop drips onto the floor from them.
I want to roll a medicine or investigation upon these things.
Alro is not phased by this,
Oh, I
which
forgot
is
to roll
odd.
that with advantage. Whoops, Daisy.
What do
Alro
I
gives Skjor a cold look and says, "Catalyst, you're
Uh,
joking."
he takes off his mask then to reveal that instead of a face, he just has a large, dark, empty pit full of teeth.
And
In
Alro
terms
is still not phased.
in terms of I will say I rolled a medicine and investigation to understand what has with the Jester Man. And I got a 29 and a 23.
You
Oh.
know that he's definitely not normal, and the fact that he seems to be abyssal.
You scoff at me and say I know nothing, but it is you
Does
mortals who know nothing.
now, as Skjor is saying this, does anyone want to do an investigation check on Alro?
I will. 26.
You see Alro, his whole body seems to be wavy. Like there's something there, but not.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Yes.
Come on.
God,
You know what? I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos for this, just because I want the advantage roll on this.
gods, prophecies, catalysts. What do you know about them if you're such a skeptic, huh?
Oh, that's perfect. 28.
And
There's
Sir Ivan just
illusion
like,
magic.
my wife did
There-
look like she regretted it. And
There's
fucking bullshit.
illusion magic around Alro.
I'd
And
like
at
to
what
telepath.
At what Skjor just said, Alro's anger hits its point. The illusion drops.
Can I quit?
All of you see emerald horns, sky blue wings, an eye that looks like Spader's, and a pale emerald eye. And there is fury in his eyes, and he looks directly at Skjor and says, "Because I am a real child of a god."
Skjar, hearing this, takes off the rest of his jester's suit,
Ugh.
and as he does, it reveals that underneath he is loosely held together mass of black sludge, tentacles, and just an amalgamation of flesh, mouths, and eyes. I am also the child of a god. He screams.
Alro looks at you and just smirks and says, "No.
Oh,
You are
no?
something that's in between. You are incomplete."
I am incomplete. Like I means you know it all.
Now, these two are fuming at each other, and the way Alro looks seems it's not anything that either of you've ever seen. How are you reacting to this?
Can I roll a history check to see if there was any knowledge in the abyssal realm about it?
Sure.
27.
27. Okay, so you guys know the beings from Dante's Inferno? Like Dante
Yep.
himself?
Yep.
Yep. Torm, remind everybody what they're called?
Well, it depends on which version of Dante we're talking about.
We are
But-
talking Dante
Like video
Uh,
game Dante, or
yeah, video game and comic Dante.
oh, so he's a Nephilim,
Yep.
also known as a demon angel hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
The same race that the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse are.
Pretty much.
Nephilim
And
are
what-
always looked at as not quite gods, but they're the
Offspring of
They're
angels
the
and humans.
well, Nephilims are looked at as the apostles of destruction, basically, because it shows that the balance of good and evil have collided, and the balance has been broken. So the only thing left is destruction.
So
Sorry,
how
I
are
have a lung right now for some reason.
you're good? How are you and Ivan looking at Alaro right now?
Well, Frito, technically my character would be a Nephilim too.
Mm-hmm.
So, can I just like fly up above both of them, shoot a fireball at the ground, and say, "Fucking quiet down"?
Ivan doesn't know what the fuck he's looking at, but he knows it's his friend, and in this case, he's going to use Entangle on both of them, so neither of them fucking try to murder each other.
What is Entangle, by the way, real quick?
It's
Entangle,
basically
you have to roll a 15 strength DC, or else you are restrained.
Okay, hold on. You said 15 strength?
yeah, it's a
Saving throw.
saving
check.
throw.
Saving
No, I
throw.
rolled wrong then.
Okay, hold on. Nope.
Yeah, no,
Alaro
You're
is
both
entangled.
As the kind of entanglement spell kind of sets in, I just imagine he's dripping a lot. He is disgusting, intentionally.
Alaro isn't really moving. You guys can't really see the expression on his face.
Other
Alright,
than, like,
both of you, shut up. I get that this is a bunch of malarkey, and well, maybe not malarkey, but it's a bunch of hatred, and I get while it might be affecting to both of you, it would be the best that we don't try to absolutely murder each other currently, whether we want to continue on being with each other or not. We all have our own best chances of survival, and without each other, we are only going to doom ourselves. Nevertheless, adding on betrayal would not help this at all. In fact, it would only incentivize destroying ourselves from within.
Skier is like writhing slightly, and like the various mouths around his body, except for the face pit, are kind of making kind of like the sounds if you were to hog tie a pig. Kind of like gross, like halfway between a scream, wail, grunt, and growl.
Now, how Alaro is looking, the entanglement spell didn't get his wings, and for some odd reason, your entanglement spell is kind of slightly being eaten away.
That's fine, but did what I say go through to both of them at the very least?
Can I walk up to Alaro?
Oh. What's up?
I mean,
Like,
I was
can-
mostly just trying to tell each other the basics of what
Can
is
I
happening.
can I walk up to Alaro, put my hand on his shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what I would be doing.
Alaro just kind of looks up at you from his, like where he's looking down.
Mm-hmm.
You see both of his eyes.
I would like to look at him and say, from one Nephilim to the other, this is not the time and place for this. We all look upon our parents and the gods differently. He may be incomplete, but he is just like us nonetheless.
I
also forgot to mention that his skin is like a purplish red.
Yeah.
The all of Skier's eye stalks are like pointing at you two as you talk, except for one, which is looking behind at the doctor. I totally didn't forget their name or anything.
Ivan.
One of them is pointing at Ivan. Only one, but like there's like 30 more pointing at you guys.
Yeah, I mean, Ivan was just trying to make sure that the situation didn't turn violent, and he's trying to talk him sense is all.
Alaro grits his teeth and then stops and sighs. He says, "Fine. I apologize for my behavior, Skiar.
he lets out like a really deep breath, and his voice isn't as like its giddy usual hee hee hoo hoo I'm a funny little child goblin voice. I don't know how to describe it.
Cocaine goblin.
His
He
voice
is literally Tingle from Legend of Zelda.
his voice is a lot more deep and somber, and instead of just emanating from his face, it seems to be coming out of all the holes on his body this time. From one half breed to another. I'm sorry.
Alaro replaces the illusion that was dropped on himself.
Alright. You guys might want to turn
Ivan-
around for this though.
I
You all,
Ivan. What?
you all might
Okay,
want to turn around. It's kind of gross to watch me get back into this thing.
Ivan will not give a shit because of the fact that he's literally dealt with gross shit. That is his job.
He slowly starts putting back on his jester costume, and it sounds like a lot of wet, squelching, squishing, and popping noises as chunks of his body just slump onto the floor.
Yeah, it seems about right for what a doctor would see.
He then turns to Ivan and goes, I wouldn't touch those if I were you. Those are basically pure globs of madness. They're fun to throw at people, though.
I'm already mad, but that's besides the point. At that point, Ivan is going to release the entanglement spell for both people.
Okay.
All right, is everybody calm now?
Yes, Skier goes up to the Nephilim and offers his hand to, like, shake it as, like, a sort of uneasy truce.
Alaro accepts and shakes your hand.
Friends?
Now that that's out of the way, I think while we're teleporting through dimensions, we have a lot to talk about.
Well, the
when
point is,
when you
what
say
dimension?
friends, Alaro looks at you and says, "Let's start as acquaintances."
It's a start, if nothing.
Well, now that we know that my daughter might be the daughter of a god or some sort, are we sure we still want to go and try not to retrieve her first?
Alaro says, "I'll put my vote to Limbo."
Mine is still on the Ixgard because I've been to Limbo many a times, and it may be a desolate void of nothingness, but some things that lurk there, if we go there now, we will not survive. Your daughter is already protected by Belial.
Skiar
Only a
What?
fool would target her, Ivan.
Skiar once again takes off his mask, but this time looks right in Ivan's face. Look in the hole. Okay? Just do it. Just do it.
Look at the hole. Oh boy, I know all about what looking into random holes does, and it's not pretty.
Look. Just look. Just do it. Trust me.
Do it! Do it!
I mean, if I don't trust you, then my entire speech about betrayal and not trusting each other would go to waste, so Ivan is going to look into the hole.
Alright, DM, what does he see? No, I'm joking. Could you imagine if I was that unprepared?
Alright, DM, he looks inside my hole. What does he see? Well, he sees a hole.
And he sees poop.
As you kind of look into his hole, as you look into his gaping maw, I'm done. It's not the hole. I can't.
As soon as you look into his hole,
Oh,
I can't. I'm done. That's not his hole. Nope, that's not the name we're going with.
not you said it. It's there. You looked in his hole, Ivan.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
As
looking
you-
into the depths of his hole.
As you look into this gaping maw filled with teeth, and he starts to speak, you can kind of see what he's saying visualized out in the pictures. I've been to Limbo, my friend. It's a dark, dreary, desolate wasteland, on par with the plan that I was born.
The
But I
plan
have
you were
decided-
born? You were born on a plan? What type of plan?
I said land I was born.
Oh, I thought you said plan and meant to say plane. And I'm like, oh, what type of plan you got?
It's on par with the plane I was born in. It is truly maddening in the sheer nothingness of it. But I say that we go. Because your daughter is the child of a god and a non-god. And that makes them family. For me, and for my other two companions, and he like vaguely gestures at you guys in the background.
Thank you. Scare.
You're welcome. He kind of reaches into his bag, gets like a little glass vial and scoops some of his goo into it. Take this. If you throw it on someone, it makes them go crazy temporarily.
Ivan, I would also like to point out one other thing about Limbo. Every time I've ever went to Limbo, magic does not work in Limbo. So some of us would be defenseless. You do realize this, right?
Yes.
Well, in other words, if magic doesn't work there, is there anything else that we should know?
Well, I mean, as he said, it's a void. The only torturous thing there, unless someone comes in from the outside, is, maddening silence. It's called Limbo because there is nothing.
There's a note. And plus,
Are you saying that the thoughts of my own head would not even accompany me?
No, your mind
Dude.
goes blank while you think.
dude, listen, I'm on your side and everything. But I will have to warn you. There's a real possibility that when we find your daughter, she won't be there.
In the noodle.
I mean, once
Silence-
you...
The
Yes, but...
silence can drive a man mad. It can make them lose their very humanity, their very ability to think.
Well, I just want
don't
to
get
point this out. In the Abyssal Realm, we have the knowledge to combat the meta. But, if we cannot defend ourselves, and while retrieving your daughter, we run into something that we cannot fight, then your daughter will be stuck there forever, and we will be dead. That's why my vote was for Ysgard. That is
Now-
literally the realm of the god and warriors. They might have something to combat Limbo.
I do have to say that we should go to Ysgard first. Your daughter's waited a lifetime. She can wait a couple more. Because we will get to her eventually. But if we can't save her, then we're just as useless as the nothingness that's around her.
Yeah.
I'm all for saving your daughter, Ivan. You know I'm with you no matter what. But if we go on in unprepared, then what is the point of going?
How did my character become a linchpin all of a sudden? What the fuck is happening?
You're
What is-
welcome.
What is going on? Is this character growth? I don't like
I
it.
do believe it is. You're very welcome, good sir.
Don't take credit for this.
I mean, the
Yeah,
DM kind
every-
of sets up the situation, so...
Ivan is going to look at all of his companions, and he's even going to start considering Scare a bit of a friend for at least considering his daughter as family, at the very least. He's going to recall the amount of magic that we fucking rely on, and then he's going to be like, well, I hate the fact that we are going to have to leave her in madness even longer than she already would be. With the fact that since this happened recently, I would hope that we would have the amount of time to get there before she went mad. I suppose you're right. The depth of us would just keep her. And while I hate to do what feels like abandoning my daughter,
Alaro looks at you and says, The only way to be considered abandoning your daughter is if you give up entirely.
Ivan nods.
It's not giving. If anything, this is the complete opposite of giving up. You're going somewhere to prepare yourself to do the best that you can to help her. You're being a good parent, setting aside everything to help your own child. Not many of us get that in this world.
That's what I've been trying to do my entire life, ever since I first laid my eyes upon her.
Do you need to look in my hole again?
No, I understand. I understand.
I can show you
Frito,
how the universe will end in there. Some people have even seen their own death.
can I like rummage through Ivan's memories and find like his happiest moment with his daughter, and then like mentally project that image to the front of his brain?
That would be an Arcana.
Oh,
I
come
mean,
on,
it is
baby.
the type of thing that his race would do.
20.
Dirty 20.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20, loser.
I would like to, as that image is playing in Ivan's head, I would like to say, Ivan, once we are prepared, we will save that. And that is what we are doing this for. If you can't save that successfully, then what is the point of all this? Don't worry, we will make sure to make it where your daughter can... Ivan, what's your happiest memory with your daughter?
I would say that the happiest memory with his daughter, even though it would be a changeling, would probably be around her 8th birthday, in which it would probably be around the time in which there was the highest amount of the beginning of where robots would most likely start
You know what, I'm
occurring.
gonna
And I
improvise
would say
this.
that we probably ended up going somewhere with strange contraptions equal to that of an amusement park or a fair.
Alright, I got this, alright? With you saying that, I got this. Ivan, we are going to protect your daughter and get her back once we're ready. That way you and her can go to the amusement park again. And when it starts raining, you'll get to see her dance and laugh and giggle in the rain as if nothing was wrong.
Plus, even if she is crazy, there's like I've heard stories of there being a wellspring in the plane that I come from that can cure any ailment, physical or mental.
I mean, also, if she is slightly crazy, I guess it'll be like daughter like father, so.
Alaros says, although everyone, we must not forget to absolutely ensure that this happens, we still must deal with Omnius.
No one's
That
actually
is
Well-
true,
me.
or else
No one's
it wouldn't occur.
No one has actually explained to me what Omnius is yet, but I know he's bad, so let's kill him.
He was a human, a king once, Jingle Bells, that decided it was better to live immortal as a robot. He was consumed once again by the feat for power, and he is to the point where many would consider him a god.
Huh. Sounds familiar.
As they say, a false god's fall is harder.
So have
There
we...
There is a reason why I rolled that, by the way. So you are going to see Ivan with these memories flooding back. You're going to see him slightly starting to lose his composure, but keep it as is and trying his best to stay strong for his daughter. I guess that we should go and go do what we can then.
Skier stops Ivan.
Well,
Grabs
Hag...
him. Skier stops Ivan, grabs him by the shoulder, and just says, "It's okay to cry. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to lose your composure. You guys are you're just a person. You guys feel stuff, and it's not good to not feel it. There's an old saying where I come from: the greatest madness of all is lying to oneself over and over again."
I'm not lying to myself. I'm keeping it strong because I know that she would not want to see me cry.
You can't stay strong for others if you're only doing it for others. You need to be strong for yourself. And to be strong for yourself, you have to be yourself. And to feel
The
like
gay
yourself.
man preaching over here.
I,
Just
I've
if
been
you need
trying to be myself this entire time through this insanity, and I've been doing well enough. A little bit of time trying to focus on what means the most to me and will allow me to continue to be myself even further is what should most likely be occurring at this moment.
a
I
building
always
cannot
have all the
stand
time to cry in the world later on.
a building cannot stand on a foundation that stands on unsteady soil.
Well,
The hag lets out an exasperated sigh and says, what has been brought to my realm?
He turns around at her and says, "Silence, you! We don't need this negativity right now. Good vibes only."
Oh, believe me, my statement had no ill will, although it does pose a problem. Listen, if the other gods of this realm figure out who you all are, it will not end well.
They don't even know who I am. All the gods figure that out.
I mean,
And that is the very reason why they would want to seek you out.
Heg, as you already know, everyone knows who I am, as much as I try to hide it. But with all this being said, as it would cause a problem for you and all of us. So would you mind sending us on our way then?
Very well, I don't want this trouble in my realm anyway. She
We
snaps her finger, and a portal opens to Yizgard.
before he goes to the portal to Isgard, he turns around and goes, "You've done a lot for us, and I will never forget you. Just remember, you have a favor with me now." And he just goes through the portal.
The others follow suit.
I would like to turn to the Heg before I leave and go, don't worry, you old bitch. I'll bring you some of the mead you like from Yizgard so much. And with that, I jump through the portal before she can retort
Now that
to me calling
now
her a
that's
bitch.
now that's true friendship right there.
So,
To the
Ivan, have you... Okay, go ahead.
Also, what were you? Nah, you go ahead real quickly.
No, I was going to ask if everyone has gone through yet.
No, I have not. At
Okay.
this, Ivan is going to kind of, now that everybody else is kind of gone, he's gonna kind of let himself relax a bit. Not out of, whatnot, but due to the fact that he doesn't want his friends to see him crying.
As he sees an arm
He,
come back through the portal, ripping him
no,
through it.
so what's gonna happen is he's going to shed like a tear or two and take a deep breath. Thank you, Hag, for giving me a moment to take my time, and thank you for the information.
She kind of shudders and goes,
Did Heg also
sappy
feel
stuff is
that?
not my strong suit. Go.
At that, he'll do a little chuckle and he'll pop through the portal.
Now, as Alaro goes a step towards the portal, the hag goes, Nephilim. A word.
Oh.
As he's about to reach through the portal, he stops and turns around. What? You do realize your fate, yes?
The DM
He glares at the hag and says, I do not let fate guide my path. But if you're referring to what I must do, then yes, I understand my fate completely. Then you know traveling with them will only doom them. He looks down and he sighs. As I said, I do not let fate control me. And without another word, he steps through the portal.
She's like a cool aunt.
Well, there's 3 Hegs in D&D lore. Because this is post-war, so all 3 of them are cool. They're just hideous, dude. And I mean hideous.
I know, but so is Scare, so like...
No, you're just a pile of goop. That's okay. Goop and tentacles is okay.
No.
She's ugly as hell.
He's an amorphous blob of mouths, eyeballs, tentacles, and other loose bits that are kind of hodgepodge together.
Ah,
Think of the way H.P. Lovecraft describes any of his gods, and that's Scare.
well, see, I'm still more okay with that than just like some like completely destroyed human-shaped thing. You're not humanoid. She is.
She's scary because she plays on the fear of the uncanny. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I get that fear completely. I have a horrific fear of the uncanny.
Now, as the blinding light from the portal resides, and all of you are out and it closes behind you, all of you are now in Ysgard, the realm of the gods.
Okay, I have a bone to pick. You guys keep saying Ysgard, it's Ysgard.
No,
it's
in D&D, it's Ysgard.
I can't stand that.
I do want to say...
Because it comes from the Dutch version of Ysgard, not the Norwegian version of Ysgard.
I do want to say, now, we roll one more time.
Yeah, Nick, look in the VC chat, and this is what the Heg now looks like all 3 of them. She used to be one person, then got split into 3.
Honestly, I still actually don't mind this.
Oh, I was just saying that I was just saying, like, I wasn't saying she was scary, I was just saying she was ugly as fuck.
No, this is, like, this obviously isn't, this is like where a monster fucker would draw the line, but, like, this doesn't bother me.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying she's ugly as fuck.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like, out of the three of her, one of them is fuckable. The other ones are like, no.
One of them is vaguely human, and the other 2 are just amorphous blobs of flesh in a vaguely humanoid shape.
Yeah.
Now, a quick description. Ysgard is, as you all know, the land of the gods. It is also considered a peaceful and neutral realm, and anyone who disobeys this, specifically the gods, if they were to fight amongst each other, they would be banned. They would be exiled and cast aside. Good example, Zario.
Yep.
Question, what, since I rolled a 25, would I know which realm, said god of mine I would reside in, and would that be this place?
You did a stealth check, buddy.
Oh, I know. I'm talking about earlier what I remember because it's one of the gods I set up. This is the stealth check and the wisdom save we're gonna come into play.
Well, yeah, you know that she does reside in Ysgard at times, and she kind of flips back and forth between there and the human world.
She prefers the mortal plane because lust, sexual desires. Mortal plane's full of it.
Can I
The
roll
bicyclists, everyone's had a turn.
Can I roll a history check to see if, like, Scare's ever been to this realm before?
Sure.
Okay.
I remember this place. I peed over there.
So, yeah, go with that, and then afterwards I'm gonna tell you guys what the stuff was about.
I rolled a 22.
Yeah, you've been here before, but very briefly.
Do any of the gods remember my visit?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay, so when Ivan steps out of the portal, he's going to be looking at the locket that he has around his. He's gonna have taken off his locket and put it around his neck, starting to cry a little bit of tears of both joy and sadness. But he made sure to try his best and do his best to hide them to the best of his abilities, which would why the stealth came in play, which would be a 5.
He
Alright.
looks at the guy crying, goes, "Psst, using those," and like points at the tears.
You would have to roll something that
You'd
would
have
allow you to.
to roll a perception.
Perception, okay, good.
And you'd
Perception.
have to be
perception.
at 25.
My perception wasn't even for that. My perception was to
Oh.
look around this surrounding area.
You said perception. Never mind. I thought you said persuasion.
Oh.
I'm fading
Frito,
into tiredness.
where
Hmm?
at in Yizgard are we?
You are actually in the middle of Yizgard, where the open plains and forest area are.
Oh. Okay.
Can I
Alright.
also roll a
Oh,
perception check in the area?
I'm gonna send a map of Yizgard, by the way, in the D&D chat.
Understandable.
Can I also?
Yeah, so what's your wife? You know, we were in a relationship for like 4 years. Apparently she likes other people. Maybe this is just the first one I found out about. Who knows? But at least she looked like she slightly regretted it. And again,
Yeah.
she did kind of like having snoo a lot, so maybe.
What's new?
Hey, Ivan, you're finally going to get to meet a real giant, probably.
Does D&D
Now-
make a distinction between giants and Jotun, or are they all treated as the same thing?
They're all...
I think they're different. Right?
If it
Well-
makes you feel any better, Nick, for the funny, it took so many fucking sessions for Ivan to understand that a giant is like a fairy is a fairy and a giant is a giant. He thought
had
that
the size
fairies
backwards.
were giants and giants were fairies.
Give me a name recall. Who was the gatekeeper of Asgard?
Heimdall.
Yeah.
But to explain the giants versus Jotun thing, Jotuns are giants that became a god, but they are considered ice mountain giants that
Oh,
became
okay.
gods. But normal giants can also become gods, but there's like multiple different races of giants. Like, if you're
Like,
talking about
I
something
know
like Surtur, who's, you know, the fire giant, he was a ashen giant that became a god.
I know the different types of giants. I was just like confused if D&D had Jotun or not. 'cause I
Yeah,
have not
they
played-
do. It's
Oh, yeah.
just literally ice mountain
They-
giants that became
they-
like god status.
They
Okay.
are frightening to fight.
Yeah, not
Alright,
that
good to
bad.
know. Okay.
Okay, so as all of you are looking around and doing whatever, a brilliant rainbowed flash of thunder slams about 20 feet in front of your group.
I would
A
like
man-
to think to myself, fuck. Rainbows here.
A man
Ooh,
clad
goody.
in golden armor with, I believe he used an axe, didn't he?
No, he had 3 different weapons. One of them was the Sword of Eternity. One was the Spear of the Future Sight. And the third weapon was his shield.
We are literally in my area of study, but my brain is made of 90%, is like stupefied right now, so I cannot.
Don't worry, I
Thing.
studied the Norse pantheon quite
Now,
hardly.
you guys see this man?
I just can't.
He has
think.
these weapons about him. His armor is gold, and his helmet has wings upon them. His skin is
Ooh.
bronze, and his eyes are a deep gold. And he says, "Halt. Who are you? How did you get here? And why?"
Skier goes to shake the man's hand. Hi, I'm Skier. Nice to meet you.
He grabs your hand. Uh-oh.
Picks you up and slams you on the ground.
He nat 20s.
What?
And yeah, he nat 20s literally picks you up and slams you back down. And he points his spear at you and says, "Answer my question."
Skier stands up, cracks his back, kind of like shakes it out like it was a little bit of nothing, and goes, "Ah, like I said, my name is Scare. I'm from Zoriat. I wander the rest of the Outer Planes, and I'm here because money, wealth, and fame. Also, sunshine, prettiness. I'm getting a little depressed from wandering around the Nine Hells. I got any more questions? Because you're kind of
He
being a little
removes,
impatient right now."
he removes his spear from you and then looks to the others.
Sorry for our comedian.
What did you just call me?
I called you our comedian.
Piss your pants.
How about you shit yours?
Joke's on you. I don't have any orifices made for digesting food or eating.
You got black goop. Just shove some black goop further in your pants. But either way, Heimdall.
Heimdall slams his spear.
Sorry, Heimdall. It's been a while. But Asmodeus asked us to come here and solve your problem. We came from the Nine Hells after coming from the mortal realm. The old hag sent us here because we got too moody for her to continue listening to us banter. And we're supposed to come here, solve your problems. That way we can eventually cure mana. Well, I call him mana. But you know, the god of mana that's slowly becoming the god of chaos.
Oh, another madness song?
Heimdall gives you a level look with no emotion, and then he says, "Very well. As you all walk this place, mind your manners and give respect. Should you cause any problems, I will assure you, you will never return here again."
Can I
And
ask you one question before you disappear, Mr. Heimdall?
it's too late. He collapsed and he's gone.
Well, that was a bit rude.
Well,
That's just how
Ivan's
Heimdall
gonna-
is. He does have the all-seeing eye after all, Skier.
Ivan was most likely going to that point where he claps, "Don't mind your manners, don't cause any problems." Ivan's gonna chuckle and be like, oh,
Yeah,
my job
Heimdall,
relates to me trying to cure those problems,
the
so
way Heimdall was depicted in the Marvel movies is actually quite accurate to what the legends say he was like. He's a very serious person that didn't say much.
He's one of the more stoic gods, which in Norse mythology and modern like Asatur, I literally cannot say that word to save my life.
But he was very serious and to the point, but he was also very childish when it came to combat.
He's serious most of the time, but like he has his, and I hate using this word, quote unquote silly moments.
That's one thing God of War did very well, was just showed how childish Heimdall fights. Because when Heimdall fights, he never really gets challenged.
I also like how God of War depicted Thor more mythologically accurate.
Yeah, I like that they made him big.
Thor is big. Thor is not Chris Hemsworth. Thor could crush you in his hand.
Well, yeah, he's literally just an amalgamation of muscle.
He's also a very good husband, canonically.
Yeah. Just not the best of fathers.
Anyways, that's your Norse mythology education lesson. If you want to learn more, read a book.
Okay, hang on. I'm saying this to my stream chat. Do not read about Thor or Loki in mythology, please. Just don't.
Oh God,
Save
no.
yourself from the animal fucking, okay? Don't read about them fucking animals, alright?
Just go read the Eddas. Go read the poetic and prose Eddas. Do your own research. Religion's an ever-changing topic, and there is no one right answer. Got it? Good. Let's keep going.
Just don't fuck animals because you saw that Thor did.
Question: am I voice acting a younger Ivan well?
I mean, that's up to you.
Anyways,
I know, but also I don't know what my voice comes across as.
Well, I don't know what Ivan's voice would be as younger, so
just not as raspy, I would assume.
Oh, then yeah, you're fine.
No, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, stands next to Ivan, just kind of goes, "You gonna be good, dude? You gonna be okay?"
Oh, yeah, no, I'm I'm fine.
Well, just remember, we're always here for you. And he kind of gives like a playful, like kind of nudge on the shoulder, like a playful little like punch on the shoulder. Kind of walks away a bit.
As long as it's not to the back of the head, I have no problem with it.
He would never touch the back of your. That's weird. Who touches the back of someone's head?
I would like to say
Oh.
under my breath, because, you know, this would still be in Heimdall leaving. Huh, I wonder if he would play another chess match against me. It is like
They're not-
1 to 400 right now.
You're not smart enough to play chess.
Are you dumb?
Yes. Is that not apparent?
Well, no, Nick. The reason why I'm asking, I said that under my breath, so you'd have to roll a perception roll to see if you heard it.
I know that was not in character.
Oh, bro, my character's literally known for their intelligence. That's their entire race.
Sometimes being the comic relief.
I got a
character
nat
needs to say
1. Do I break my neck trying to listen in on whatever the hell fucking Kronkle said?
You don't
Goes
break the
to
neck. You just make it super obvious, and like you're like.
What can I do?
I heard something about a game, and I like games, huh?
All right, so
Can I do a perception check on that?
sure.
My little chess game with Heimdall is now like centerpiece.
What do you say?
I got a 10. Scare just loses his balance and falls off the side of the island.
No, that would be what the nat 1 would be.
Yeah, that'd be in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm lucky Frito
You
didn't do
can't
that for
really
Ivan.
understand what he's saying. Now,
I like to
you
think
guys have several choices.
3. I don't care. I want to do number 3. I don't care what it is.
I mean, fair enough.
You can go to Gates of the Moon, Meritat, Asgard,
Let's go to Asgard.
Jotunheim, Elfheim, or Elfheim, or
John,
Vanaheim.
Let's go to Asgard.
which
I
one
want-
is the specific one that my wife is in? I want to avoid that one for the time being.
Your wife would
that's good.
probably be in Vanaheim because
Then I
that is
would
the
like to
most.
avoid.
Oh, your wife's a Vanir?
Well, no, his wife isn't a Vanir, but this is the realm of all gods. Any god
Oh.
can visit. And
I can't even go
Durket
to Asgard.
and Durketo is quite enjoyable in a swampy, poisonous area, so she would probably go to Vanaheim.
Let's go to Asgard. There's this stuff
Wondrous.
called
as long
mead.
as Wondrous. I do not want to see my wife currently.
I
There's
mean,
this stuff called mead, and I really want to try it. 'Cause I don't know what it is, but people seem to like it.
I
And
don't.
like-
No offense, but I don't think you could handle the mead of the gods.
Probably
Mhm.
not. But also, what is a god of madness if not a god of revelry?
Fair enough. I mean, Asgard is the closest one to here.
Where's
Oh, wait,
the
that-
place where we would go and make money to get gear?
Probably Asgard. We could probably.
Alrighty.
I do
Ivan-
know a couple good blacksmiths in Asgard as well.
Let's like.
I got a 9. Ivan starts walking in a random direction, realizes it's probably the wrong way. Hey, wait a minute. Where the hell is Asgard at?
Ivan, it's
you-
west, buddy. It's to the west of us.
I got a 13. Does he know where Asgard is?
Oh god, I rolled a nat 1 on survival. Am I walking in circles, Frito?
Why
You're
is
just,
here?
You're looking everywhere. You're like,
Well, I know where Asgard is, but I don't know where west is.
When
Right.
Ivan was told that it was west, was Ivan able to figure out which direction west was with the 16?
Yeah, you guys pretty much all gather up together and like, okay, we got to go this way, and you start heading in that direction.
Let's link arms. We're not the smartest, but if we link
Oh.
arms, then we might be able to get there intact.
Frito, I would like to
Mhm.
roll perception to see if I see any boars. I roll a nat 20. Do I see any boars on the way to Asgard?
Yes, you do.
I would like to stop.
Uh,
I would like to put my hands out in front of the party and go, guys, before we go to Asgard, it is customary to bring a offering. They really like boar meat. And I point over to the boars.
Well, when we were exploring the Nine Hells, I found this weird blue crystal stuff. Maybe we can give it to them.
No, we're meant to
Ivan
kill
is
the
going to
boars.
take out whatever little bit of boar meat he might have had left from when he grabbed it. It's like,
It would
See that?
it would be rotten by now.
Yeah.
Pierre pulls out a bag of like the
Oh,
Breaking
shit.
Bad meth. No.
But no, Zeke, the reason why it would go bad by now is the temperature differentiating so much through
Yeah.
the different levels of hell we went
No,
through.
I understand that. It's just like I imagine I was like, oh wait, I have some. Oh wait, shit, I forgot that how temperature works for a moment.
I have some dried smoked cod. Maybe they'll like that.
So,
Hey, do you want Scare? Do you have a way to dispose of this?
Suppose of what?
This
Like, hold out
rotten meat.
a bag of rotten boar meat.
Yep. He takes off his little glove and like the mass that is his hand just kind of slumps out. Just take the meat out and put it on my hand and watch the magic happen.
All right, garbage disposal. He does.
You went from Jingle Bell to garbage disposal.
The second you put like the meat on his hand, it basically turns into a black sludge and melts into his body. And you see that? I don't have to do that, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I think Scare.
So you're calling him
No.
garbage disposal now. That's
Just use my name.
I was making a reference to something that has been used at least slightly within Drakon.
well,
Alright,
I mean, it is a fitting name.
You maybe
Alright,
have
so-
you maybe have like 10 minutes of coherent flavor left. So like let's get this done before I break down into like vanilla extract memes.
Frito, I rolled a 27 to sneak up to the boars.
We're just gonna say that you guys got a boar each.
Nice.
Okay.
So you guys are carrying them. Takes you about 20 minutes to reach the gate to enter into Asgard. And as you're walking up, one of the gods is outside, kind of not exactly blocking the door, but just kind of standing there. Anyone want to do a religion check?
Me.
Of course I do.
Sure, let's see if Ivan knows.
24.
I got an 11. I don't know much about this specific place.
I got a 12.
You two, they're like, oh, that's a god.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I heard that there were
Uncle?
guards outside of this place, from what I read. I don't know what they do.
Frankel, you know that god as Tyr.
This is Tyr?
Oh.
Nor.
I'd like
God of
to.
courage and strategy.
Well, also the god of justice and war.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to walk up to him, look up at this giant motherfucker. He's only like 19 foot tall, that's not that big.
I mean, you can change his size. So.
Oh, yeah. But,
I mean, all the gods can do that, but, you know.
I would like to look at him and go, "What up, buddy? How you been, you god of war freak of nature?"
Tyr slowly turns around and looks down. He bends down and squints. Then he reshapes himself to be human-sized. He's still taller than all of you. And he clasps Frankel on the shoulders and says, "Ah, Frankel, to what do we owe the pleasure of this meeting?"
Well,
I'm also here.
well, yeah, we have our entire party. Asmodeus sent us here to fix Ysgard's problems.
Ah, you refer to the Mecha God.
Well, I guess that's every Rome's problem currently, so...
Yes, this time
think-
is especially bad.
I think
He's actually gathered an army this time.
I think everything just sucks right now, guys. Yeah, we all agree with that? Good, let's go.
He looks at the entire party and then back to you, Frankel, and says, I see you have managed to gather yourself some interesting friends.
Well, this is Alaro.
Alaro just nods in respect.
This is Ivan.
Nice to meet you, sir.
This is our court jester, but he goes by Skier.
I can make balloon animals from my own flesh.
And, well, we also have Qatar here, Les, and Hart.
Putnam.
Oh, and
Interesting.
Putnam. Yeah,
No,
no,
Putnam is less.
Yeah, I know.
You see Skier
Very
blow
rare.
You see Skier
Very.
blow into his thumb in the background. A large bubble comes out of that's like the black goop, and he makes a poodle out of it and gives it to Tyr.
Tyr does
Flesh
not
balloon
take it.
animal. Take it!
As I said, Tier, he is our court jester.
Don't let that pop, by the way. It will inflict
Tyr-
anyone who gets the goop on them madness.
Tyr rubs his chin and says, "Oh, seeing as all of you are here, that makes sense. But very rare that a mortal gets to come into Asgard." He points to Putnam.
How many of us are mortal?
Doesn't point to Ivan. Interesting.
Well, I mean, yeah, to be fair, we're all basically mortals here, to some extent. But,
He kind of laughs and says, "Yes, true. Very true."
I mean, you were once mortal, but, I mean, we were sent on a quest by a god, so I feel like heroes are more of our description at this point. Not really.
Yes. Your exploits across the realms. I have heard of them.
All mortals
Good
are just
show
gods
with
that got...
that mind flare dragon, by the way.
I'm sorry, a what?
We dealt with a mind flare dragon.
You are proof the gods have no domain outside of their own castles.
But Tia, is Asgard currently open to visitors?
Well, I don't see why not. Odin has been throwing a feast as of late. As I can see, you've brought us a gift.
I mean,
He points to all the boars.
it is only complimentary that we bring the gods a gift.
It
Yeah.
is. Although at times it's not necessary, but the respect is always appreciated. Come, follow me. I shall take you to Odin's Hall.
I don't need to bring a gift.
He opens the door and steps through and says, looks at all of you and says, "Well, come on." As you enter into the city of Asgard, there are gods, demigods, there are Valkyrie, there are the regular folk that live in Asgard who aren't quite gods and aren't quite Valkyrie or demigod. There are the people that were considered heroic enough to earn their place in the city of Asgard, warriors of old, new, and mid. Many Vikings, barbarians, many different types of people and things that are here. As he leads you through the cities of Asgard, the place is abundant with life and commerce and buildings of various shapes and sizes and colors. Slowly, as you make your way through, you come to a giant hall. This hall is the Hall of Odin. Placed upon it are black ravens of varying sizes and stature, and a statue of Odin himself. A very intimidating man with a horned helm, an axe in one hand, and a glaive in the other.
I've never met.
A big beard and stone-hard eyes that show purpose, wisdom, and a little bit of readiness, one that you would not wish to face in combat. As you pass the statue, you come to the door, and Tyr says, "I shall announce you." He wings open the doors and says, "Hail to all who come today in honor of Odin and his feast. I bring you all guests who have brought gifts." And he lists all of your names, titles, and your accomplishments. There are cheers and claps and standing ovations for your achievements and titles. Odin then speaks up and says, "Tyr, good to see you. And the guests, yes, we've all heard of your exploits, and if Tyr sings your praises, you are all more than welcome to eat and dine in my hall." He then waves his hand for the servants to come and take the boar. "Now, please, before we speak, as I do know that you must have business here, enjoy yourselves for the time being." He basically flares his arms as to take in the entirety of his hall. He then sits back down as his raven perches itself upon his shoulder.
Where's the other one?
He has multiple. He doesn't just have two.
I know.
Yeah, he can literally turn into ravens.
Well,
I
that
know.
too.
That was in
That's-
character.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying, it's dude's fucking scary, man.
He literally hung himself from the world tree on purpose. That's not a man I want to mess with, okay?
No. And he
What I
survived
put
it.
in the era of the Mecha God is important.
I guess
Gotcha.
Scared is kind of like nudges. Fuck, what's Dakota's character's name again?
Ivan.
Bronco.
Or no, Frankel.
Scared is kind of like nudges Frankel and says, "I've never seen so many people that are like us."
Oh, they aren't like us. We were born from their blood. They earned theirs. There's a far big
Now-
difference here.
One god,
Do we not?
a
have-
female, comes up to the group and pays particular attention to Alaro. It is Freya.
Hmm.
She is clad in her Valkyrie armor and says, "Hail, warriors. I see that Odin has accepted you into your hall. Your deeds are many, honorable, some questionable, but they do make for good stories and a hearty laugh." She looks over to Alaro and says, "So, you are the one they call Alaro, are you not?" Alaro nods and says, "That I am." "Stoic. I can respect that. Come, I wish to have a discussion with you. The rest of you, please, enjoy your feast among Odin's hall."
I want to shoot a little piece of madness at one of the Valkyries.
Nothing happens.
You didn't even let me roll.
I'm telling you right now, even if you do roll, it's not going to do anything.
What
God,
if he rolls a nat 20?
I can't even.
It still will do nothing.
Would it affect it if I hit one of the human heroes?
No.
You have to
What if
remember.
What if he hit one of us?
Well, you have to remember this is a peaceful dimension.
Oh,
Any
right.
harmful magic of any kind is automatically negated.
Then wouldn't my character's entire being be negated? Wouldn't he just like
No,
fall?
it doesn't affect the people. It affects the magic itself.
So,
Fair enough.
question: what if the magic could be considered harmful, but was being used in a way such as entanglement to prevent somebody from trying to lash out and attack?
Okay, if
Now,
you're
something that
if it's in
that would
defense,
work.
that's different.
Yeah.
Okay, kids, I'm having trouble staying awake too much longer.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna head off to bed. This has been an experience.
All right. See you later, buddy.
I had
Yeah.
character growth. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow for more D&D.
If I'm able to, indeed.
Yeah.
Does
Maybe
this
we'll have
mean
the
end of
podcast.
session, or are we still going to
We
do
can
it?
finish up the introduction and whatnot.
Yeah.
So no
I
dungeon?
see what I wanted to do tonight. I know I was gonna try to get you guys into a dungeon, but a lot of this introduction is necessary for the dungeon.
Yeah. Plus, tomorrow, if we do end up doing it, there will probably be like more people, like Mason and the other one. I am way too tired to think.
Alright,
Good
see
night.
ya.
Goodbye.
There, man. So, as your party enjoys the feast, talks to some of the residents, shares their stories, and hears others, Freya has taken Alaro to what seems to be a more VIP kind of area. She brings him before. Hang on, I gotta get the book. Oh, come on, pages, work with me. There we go. She brings him before Forseti, Hermod, and Scotty. Everyone, this is the being that they spoke of. His name is Alaro. I know we all have a vested interest in him. Scotty and the others look at Alaro and say, "Young one, you do realize that you do not have to hide yourself here, do you?" Alaro just kind of gives them a questioning look. Odor goes, "Huh, come now. You can drop the illusion magic. All are welcome here." Reluctantly, Alaro drops his illusion. They all look at him for a moment and then gather themselves and say, "Huh, see. You certainly are an interesting being. Tell me, have you seen Miss Charka lately? She is your mother, after all." Upon Odor saying this, Alaro kind of grits his teeth slightly and says, "No, I have not." Odor puts his hands up and says, "By all means, I meant no offense. It's just, other than your group being here to help us with the mana situation, have you not considered trying to see your mother?" Forseti just kind of sits back and just seems to be looking over everyone and to your party and then back to Alaro. He speaks up and says, "Okay, so the thing is, your mother has been expecting you. What all of these idiots don't want to admit is that they are afraid that a rather bad situation will come of this, given your disposition to your parents." Alaro just kind of looks down and back up to Forseti and says, "I have no qualms. I wish only peace. I will respect the laws of this land as stated. Since you guys know Forseti is the god of justice and law, this affirmation sets him at ease." He goes, "Good. I didn't want to have to do all the paperwork for that." So now we will pan back over to the rest of the group. You guys are actually in the presence of Apollo, Demeter, and Hercules.
Huh? Sorry, I got distracted by something.
So you guys are hanging around Apollo, Demeter, and Hercules. Or, as they correctly say, Heracles.
I would like to turn to Hercules. Or Heracles, whichever one you want to say. Or if you want to be technically correct, we want to go by his human name before he became, demigod. Achates.
I forgot that was his name.
I would like to say, well, you're looking mighty good since I last saw you. But, why haven't you taken care of this situation with the Monogod?
I've tried. But as you know, Father has bid against it.
Ah, Zeus being up to his old pricky self again?
Well, as you know, my father isn't the most action-based person.
As much as I hate to say this, he is not the god he once was.
This is true, but don't let him catch you saying that. You remember what happened last time.
Oh, let's be honest, I'm not afraid of your father.
That may be, but Aphrodite is still mad at you for having to bail you out.
She'll get over it. But, Ivan, I do have one thing to tell you. You know how you're always looking for women.
I suppose.
Well, if you ever need a wingman, and you're looking for a good night, the Valkyries, those are a prize, let me tell you.
When you say that, Nike comes over and says, "Ha, you sure about that? I don't think this guy here could handle one of them."
I would like to look at her and go, he was able, from my understanding, to handle Derketo for 4 years. I think he could handle a Valkyrie.
Ah, Derketo, huh? Yeah, that is kind of impressive. Maybe I could probably introduce you to a couple of my Valkyrie friends.
Me sitting here trying to be the best wingman possible and get Ivan laid.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, a wingman's duty never stops.
Just some godly poutine.
But, I was wondering, since, Hercules, you yourself enjoyed venturing and trials, is there any way to make money around here? Besides, dealing with the mana gun, we are short on funds, and we plan on traveling to Limbo next. So we need gear.
Going to Limbo, huh? Last time I was there was no field trip.
Yeah, it's just quite annoying for someone as myself that relies on magic.
We do have something. Maybe a couple things. If you're wanting fast money, and honor to boot, the arena is always welcome to challenges. But if you're looking for something more interesting or slower, there is the dungeons of Hedelheim.
I would like to turn to Ivan and go, so what do you think, Ivan? Do you think we should have some fun in the arena? Or do you think we should go dungeon exploring?
Why not both?
I would like to turn to all three of the gods near us this time and go, so is it still the same old arena rules where anything goes?
Of course. And Apollo chimes in, "Hey man, you know us gods, old fashioned, but it's still fun." And Demeter goes, well, you know how things go.
Uh, Demeter, speaking of which, how is the husband doing? We didn't
Ivan.
see him while we were down in hell.
At this point, Alaro rejoins you guys and sits down. He goes, "Oh, well, he and I have been having a bit of an argument lately."
Not surprising. Welcome back, Alaro. I see that your illusion magic is down.
Yes, unfortunately.
I mean,
Hercules looks at Alaro and says, "Ah, you are the one they call Alaro, yes?" He nods. "I'd like to challenge you in the arena sometime if you ever have the time. Interesting to see what you bring to the table." He looks over at you now, Franklin, and says, "I see you've managed to pick up quite the interesting person there, Frankel."
uh, I mean, I wasn't really the one to pick him up. I would have to give that credit to Ivan here.
Yeah, if you're saying anything, I cannot hear you.
Alright, hello?
There we go, I hear you now.
My fucking headphone keeps, like, connecting and unconnecting, so it, like, fucks with all my USB ports.
Oh, man, I'm sorry, man.
But, I would have to give that honor of finding this lad and getting him to join us to Ivan.
Hmm?
I mean, you're the one who asked Alaro to join us, so...
I suppose that is true.
He looks at Ivan and says, "Huh, well, that is quite interesting."
I would like to turn to Alaro and go, well, I guess if you're not hiding your Nephilim side, I guess I shouldn't either. And I would like to take my illusion magic down.
Ivan has nothing that he can unveil.
Nah, Ivan, you wanna know what you do? You take your mask off.
My mask would already be off at this point. That's the
Oh,
problem.
you can open your coat so your guns are showing.
Shut up!
Hercules actually takes a little bit of interest in your firearms, Ivan. He says, "Huh, so I take it that you've never met Festus, have you? He may be interested in those. Might even be able to improve them."
Well, that's quite nice to hear. I guess I'll go and meet up with them at some point if possible.
Now, at this point, Hephaestus hasn't fallen. So, like, as Torm stated, this is pre-war. So this is before the clash of the gods in Olympus and all the drama that's set out after.
Ah, so it's before Hephaestus got locked away in this volcano.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to turn to Hercules, and I'd be like, well, I mean, we were here to make money to get better equipment or find better equipment, but I don't know if I should go with him when he sees Hephaestus. As you said, Aphrodite is still mad at me. And he is quite the, loving husband to her, so...
But if you stay clear, although, if you want your gear improved by Hephaestus, you'll have to see him eventually.
I know. I should probably smooth things over with Aphrodite first.
That may be a good idea.
How do you smooth things over with Aphrodite? Go get him, Ivan!
At this point, Thor enters Odin's hall with Loki and Hel.
I would like. Well, we see this, right? Because
Yeah.
I was about to say we wouldn't be able to miss this. Thor always makes an entrance. I would like to
Oh, yeah.
scream out, "Loki, my god of mischief, buddy, how you been?"
Oh my word. Is it Frankel I see? Ha! Come to cause some more trouble with me this day.
No, sadly, we're here to actually fix trouble. But let me tell you, my adventuring group here, you would love them. Especially Ivan. He likes to cause chaos purely accidentally.
Oh, believe me, I have heard the stories. Brother, these are the ones that I mentioned. Thor looks over to you all and goes, "Ha!" Slams his chest with Mjolnir and says, "Hail! It is good to see a friend of my brother's. So, who amongst you is the strongest? I wish to challenge you."
I would like to look at Ivan, just say, "I'm sorry for this," and just scream out, "Ivan is the strongest!"
Ivan is going to, at this point, facepalm and realize that he is going to die today.
Now, since you are considered a mortal, Thor will not challenge you with Mjolnir. He will challenge you to a test of strength.
Oh boy! With my +1 to strength!
He goes, "Good, good. Very well."
I'd like to turn to
Apollo.
Alaro and just be like, "This is gonna be funny, watch this."
He goes, "Apollo, set up the table." He goes, "All right, but this is a bad idea." He brings forth a table that is used for arm wrestling. Now, Hal is also kind of interested in this contest, and not at the same time, since, as we all know, Hal is two gods in one body. The sweeter Hal, and then her face changes for a split second to her other half, and it says, "Ah, he's just a human. He can't do shit."
Okay, so to make this more interesting, can we use saving throws?
Yes.
Frito, I would also like to point out, Katara, knowing what I'm doing, would probably cast Bless on Ivan.
Oh, but
does
that's
that-
magic. It can't be used.
It's not harmful magic.
Mm.
It's healing magic, technically, and
That is
empowering.
true.
So, basically, Bless, Ivan,
Yes.
lets you add a d4 to any roll that you do.
Wondrous. So I already now have a +7 to my strength if we're using saving throws.
And
You
this-
also have the +2 because you're within the vicinity of your
Oh,
bond.
that's why I have the 7.
Ah.
It's a +5 otherwise
So
because
you
of
get +7 plus 1d4. You got this, Ivan.
Now,
Alright.
I would like.
Thor reshapes himself to be human size. Places his elbow down onto the table with his fist at the ready. Open palm.
I would like to telepathically tell Loki we should start bets on this.
Loki hits back with, "Oh, I like this idea."
Oh god!
Loki does a grand gesture and says, "Everyone, come, place your bets. Will my brother Thor be the victor, or will the human Ivan be ever more so?" Dozens of people, gods and alike, throw in to the pot.
Ivan, if you win this, you get the money, buddy.
Okay.
The pot is over 3,000 gold,
Ugh.
and it's all bet on Thor.
I believe in
Except
you,
for
Ivan.
one person, and we all know who that is.
Right.
Begin your strength.
So that's a 15.
And then you have to
One
roll. Yep, roll your d4.
Now,
Okay,
I'm going
18.
to let you know I'm going off a character sheet for Thor that was made by somebody. And his strength is like 19. So I think he gets like a +4.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just rolled a 9 + 4.
13. He loses the first round of checks.
Okay. Okay.
Now for the saving throws.
Do I need to roll another one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on, I believe in you, Zeke.
This is a 14.
16 plus a d4.
15. Dirty
Oh.
20.
You pass the check.
Ooh.
You're fucking beating Thor in arm wrestle!
And what's funny is Thor is known as the champion of such kinds of contests.
He is known as the most physically strong Norwegian god.
And then he's just Ivan, Mr. fucking what is this? Fucking Mr.
Fucking mortal hero that everyone's betting against.
No, Mr. 137 pounds over here.
Can I try to like shout out to the crowd, persuading them to throw more bets in because they can see that a mortal is starting to beat Thor?
Holy
Sure.
shit, my man. Oh.
22.
They got a natural 20, but since you got a 22, you pass.
Yeah, more people are betting Ivan.
Another
Oh, boy.
1,000 gold has been added to the pot. And oddly enough, half of it is actually bet towards Ivan.
All right.
Oh.
Thor looks you in the eyes, Ivan, and says, "Ha! A challenge I see. Very well, I shall get serious then."
Fucking breaks Ivan's fucking arm.
Roll your checks.
I believe in you, Ivan.
That's a 12.
So 14 plus a d4. Come on, buddy.
That's a 16.
That's not terrible.
They match.
Okay.
There are 2 more checks and 2 more saves after this, so proceed with your save.
That one is a nat 1.
Oh no.
He got a 10 + 4.
Well, it's a nat 1, so I guess it doesn't matter what I roll, or since it's a save, but...
As he starts slowly bending your arm down, it's almost reached the table. You kind of hear your wrist go, like, crunch a little bit. Nothing is broken, but you can feel your bones creaking. You gotta come back from this or you will lose.
You got this, Ivan. Come on, buddy.
Yeah!
Holy shit.
And I get a...
Very
so that's
good.
a...
That's 26 plus
I
1
need to roll
d4.
a
Come
1
on, buddy.
D4.
Get a perfect d4. Come on.
Nah. But
Nah,
that's
it's a 1.
27.
Yeah.
Thor got a 12. His arm is now halfway down. One more check and one more save will determine the winner.
Damn, that's only 16. I tried getting more people to bet again.
That would be a
18.
18, and I have a D4 still.
The crowd rolled a 12.
Let's
Another
go.
500 is put in.
Okay, a
19.
19.
Thor got a 12.
Oh my god.
Proceed with the saves.
Come on, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Well, that's a 9. 12.
A fist slams onto the table. And the winner is Ivan.
Yeah!
Ivan, you just made like 5 grand.
Oh my god.
Now, there is silence for about 10 seconds. And then the hall erupts into cheers. Thor shakes his hand a bit and says, "Very well fought, Ivan. I shall remember you. From this day forward, if you ever need any aid, call upon me, and I shall be by your side."
Will do, sir.
He kind of slaps you on the back, like friendly like, but like he's so big and strong, you're just like, ugh.
Great. Time to add allies. Thor.
I would like to
Now-
walk up to Loki and go, "Damn, that was a good show."
Loki laughs and says, "It was. I really didn't think my brother would lose. It's so gratifying to see." Hell comes over to Ivan. The sweet side of her says, "Hey, you did a really good job." And then her other half comes in and says, "For a mortal, you weren't too bad."
I respond with a nice smile and thank them.
Oddly enough, both sides smile back, and then she walks away.
You just got the god of death on your side too.
Oh my god.
Not necessarily. She does think he's interesting, but
Well, not on his side, but like interested in him.
That's
yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna be honest. I did not expect to win that, but I thank fuck for Ranger.
I would like
fucking-
to shout out to Thor and be like, "Hey, sorry, Thor, but he's not even our strongest. I just wanted to put him through a trial."
Isn't exactly angry, but he's like, "Ah, I see. Very well. Either way, I lost fair and square to one of your weakest."
I wouldn't call him the weakest, but
Well, you know how Thor is.
yeah.
He says, "So, I look forward to fighting your strongest in the arena."
Oh fuck!
He kind of looks between you and Alaro, Frunkle.
I look at Alaro and go, "Well, we are the children of gods after all."
We are the children of gods, and then fucking Mr. Again, 137, 5'10 over here with his flabby fucking arms.
Yeah, like some of the crowd of like the human heroes are like picking you up and like carrying you around and shit.
I would like to look. I would like to just telepathically tell Ivan, "Jolly good show, my friend. Jolly good show."
Now, here's another thing too. Remember how Nike said that she didn't introduce you to some of her Valkyrie friends?
Yeah.
It seems like a couple of them are interested in you now, especially after that.
Nice.
Valkyries respect strength.
Wondrous.
Oh.
And how much gold was in the pot again?
$5,000, dude.
You got $5,000.
Jesus Christ.
Put that among the party as you see fit.
I'll take the 5K for now. I will, but you guys also know that I am fit to distribute it if needed.
Yeah.
Okay, can I borrow the? Yeah, sure.
Hey, Ivan, remember that one coin I owe you? It's paid back now. I got you into an arm wrestling match with a god.
Yeah, no, that's more than enough, buddy.
We got you more than 2.
Oh, yeah,
I
there was 100%
coin.
interest. I forgot. Now you can count it as 4,900% interest. Oh god.
Jesus fucking Christ, my heart was pounding.
Now, another god steps into the hall, and it's the Morrigan.
Oh god.
She kind of meanders her way around, looking around. And Frankel, she spots your group.
I would like to hide behind Ivan.
She does her little teleportation deal right behind Ivan. She peers down and looks at Frankel and says, "Well, well, well. Look who it is. The son of a bitch who ran out on our wedding."
You know!
Again.
I would like to turn to Ivan and go, listen, I don't like being trapped in dimensions, okay?
You run away from responsibility quite a lot, my friend.
Morgan looks at you, Ivan, and says, "You don't know the half of it, mortal."
I'd like to turn to Ivan and go, yeah, I've ran out on about 93 different women that are gods.
Ivan fucking face palms at this.
Whatever, I'm not here to dredge up the past. Look, if you see Aphrodite, you better tell her that she still owes me for the Black Knight.
I will tell her that once I apologize to her.
Oh, pissed her off again, I see.
Oh, you know, me and Zeus got into some altercations. She had to bail my ass out.
Now, when she looks over at Alaro, she has a spark of interest in her eyes and gently glides over to him and says, "Well, aren't you quite the specimen?" She kind of looks him up and down and she says, "Do you have a mate?" Alaro kind of gets a little flustered at this and he says, "No." Very well. I'll be seeing you later then. And she teleports off and goes to talk to Apollo.
I'd like to turn to Alaro and go, I wish you the best, good sir.
Alaro just puts his hand in his face and goes, "If I survive this day, Frankel, I swear I'm going to kick you in the ass."
Why me? If I wouldn't have denied her marriage proposal, you would have never met me.
He just kind of rolls his eyes. Now, the day goes on a little longer, and a few more gods show up. There's Donatus, there's Hathor, there's Anubis.
Ooh.
Oder, he's kind of hanging with Sif. Ares makes an appearance, but it's short-lived as he has other things to do. Hecate She comes in, talks to your group for a little while, just interested in your adventures and stories. Pan, he stops by in, he's playing music with Hathor and a few of the other gods of music. And as the night goes on, and it's Tish, goddess of good fortune. She comes up to your group and just stares at all of you for a moment and says, "Well, I guess good fortune is my thing. Hello, Frankel, Alvaro, Ivan," and she lists off the rest of your group. Me being here is, I guess you could say, as I am, good fortune. She goes to explain that Mana has begun to move again. 2 weeks from now, he will arrive here to Asgard. They do not know why or how. Odin has made this feast as a way to gather the strongest in Asgard. A war is coming, and you all have 2 weeks to prepare. With that, she walks off. Now, there are some more gods that do eventually show up. Bahamut makes an appearance. She's not really there for long. She's just stopping by to see how Erdro is doing, since they kind of, have a deal going. Loth does kind of make an appearance, but she's not really into big crowds, so she leaves.
Is Greg there?
No, Greg is not there.
Damn.
I forget, what's that one? There's a god from fucking Smite, the Spider Queen.
Give me 1 second.
You know who I'm talking about, though, right?
You're talking about, Arachne.
Yeah, Arachne. She kind of pops in too. Her little spiderlings on her shoulder. And she's talking with Odin, and then she talks to some of the other gods. She comes to your party, just introduces herself, and then she leaves.
Oh, damn it, I was gonna ask her a question.
Hades also makes an appearance. He was there by Odin's request as an advisor of sorts as to the plan for what's going to happen. Hermes comes in, and he kind of talks to your group. He's like, "Oh, hey guys, I see you managed to make it back here, Frankel. How have you been?"
Oh, dimension hopping, denying and disappearing before weddings with goddesses. The usual troublemaking.
So I guess good old Morgan paid you a visit, huh?
Oh, that, and I did just come out of the 9 hells, so, had to deal with Berna.
I bet that was fun.
Honestly...
How is she, by the way?
Oh, she's lovely. We used a Wish of Rings to fix all of Hell's problems, so she now has a very high-ranking demon as her husband that is perfectly made for her. So, screams a lot and enjoys the torture.
Man, I don't know whether to be happy or concerned.
Honestly,
Well,
I think we should be both.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, Gotta run. Ha ha ha.
You got an
Anyway.
extra pair of shoes?
Oh no, I've upgraded. You look at his feet, and he has it's the same sandals, but they're not like you know how you know how like there's like armor
Yeah.
instead of it being leather, it's kind of like metal, and the wings are on the shin guards.
I see you finally got rid of the wings on your ankles.
No, they're still there. Just when I really want to use them, I pop them on too. Makes me twice as fast, believe it or not.
Man, Hermes, one of these times I'm gonna take your shoes.
Good luck catching me, Frankel. See you later. And pew, he's gone. Let's see who else shows up. Thoth. He comes in. He's talking with your group about, just mundane things and any knowledge that he's willing to share. Oh, of course, it's stuff that you've already heard all before, Frankel. And then the very last person to appear is Math Mathonwy, the god of magic. He comes over to your group and he says, "Ah, looky here. I see you guys have been making quite a stir around Asgard."
I mean, yeah. As you can see with Ivan over there with the Valkyries that he's surrounded by, he beat Thor in an arm wrestling contest.
I heard. Quite impressive for a mortal.
Insanely. But,
Well,
oh, go ahead,
no,
Freya.
go ahead.
Oh,
Okay.
I was wondering, since you are the god of magic and all, is there any way that we could earn your blessing? It doesn't have to be a permanent one, but we plan on going to Limbo.
Ah, Limbo, huh? Well, I could do something for you, but as of right now, I'm still kind of strained when dealing with all the magic around the realms. Tell you what, I'll give your entire party a blessing. This blessing will shield you from the madness of Limbo, but in exchange, you will have to help me when I ask.
Owing a favor to the god is like my entire motif. So,
And I know how well you keep some of it.
hey, listen, I just don't want to be stuck down to a single realm, damn it.
Franco, you do realize there are dozens of goddesses that would not do that. Why not just pick one?
You know, I've only really dealt with one woman in my life that was, godly, and, she tried, my mother's kind of a bitch. So, female gods, like, I'll respect them, I'll get along with them, but I don't know if I want to settle down with one.
Frankel is gay, confirmed.
He kind of sighs and says, Frankel, have you not at least tried considering Sif? She's a kind-hearted person, even though she's a god of war. And she wouldn't tie you down like the rest. Besides, you two have been great friends. You've practically known each other since, hell, the beginning of time, as it would seem. You two get along great.
Well, it's Sif, though. She doesn't need no man in her life. She's Sif.
Franco, she is still a woman, lest you forget.
Yes, but she's also the strongest woman I've ever met. which is slightly
And
terrifying.
you are the strongest man she has ever met. May not be in physicality, but your magic is on par.
Well, I did have a great teacher. Quite a
This
few of them.
compliment I shall accept. But seriously, think about it. Whenever you're done with whatever your quest is, come back. Talk to Sif at least.
I will think upon it.
And that is all that I ask. As for now, I must be off. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone.
I would like to
Matt.
walk up to Ivan, who is
Mhm.
currently surrounded by Valkyries, pat him on the back and go, "Sorry to interrupt your lustful evening, but I just got us a blessing from the magic god, so we can now use magic in Limbo.
By the way, when you look at him, he's got like kiss marks all over his face.
I just figure I'd let you know this before you get too enthralled in your lovely evening you're about to have. And I would like to turn to the Valkyries and say, oh, do put him through his paces tonight. I mean, he did beat Thor after all. And then I would like to turn back to Ivan and say, if you touch Sif, I will kill you. And then walk away.
Oh.
I'm going to roll religion to know if I even know who this motherfucker is. I got a 14.
Sif is one of the Norse gods here in Asgard. She is like Ares in the aspect that she is a god of war.
But she's also
Understandable.
the right hand lieutenant of the Valkyries, right underneath Freya.
Understandable. The point is, though,
Yeah, so if you fuck with Sif, you fuck with Frankel and Freya.
well, you see, now that I know that Ivan knows who Sif is, Ivan will most likely try his best not to. It's not his fault if she goes to him, but he will not go to her.
Now, Frankel, when you turn away from Ivan, you see Alaro seeming to have a rather nice conversation with Brigantia, goddess of rivers and livestock.
Hey, that could be useful. I have a farm. But
Brigantia she's not overly beautiful and she's not totally ugly.
she's like a tomboy that works on a farm.
She does dress up, and in this occasion she has, so she looks very nice, she's sweet, and she seems to enjoy Alaro's company.
I would like to walk up and say, sorry to intrude, but I just want
Frankel.
to warn you that Morgan has her eyes set on him. So do be careful.
Really? Again?
Yes, she's already came and claimed him tonight.
Unfortunately, she has not. Alaro just kind of looks confused.
I'd like to turn to Alaro and go, oh, Alaro, since you're a Niflheim like myself, all of the goddesses are going to try to bed you tonight. Good luck.
His face turns a bright red, and he goes, "What?" Brigantia, she kind of turns red too, and she goes, "It's not like that. It's not like that."
I would just like my character go, like, do that shrug and go, uh-huh, sure.
They both just kind of look at each other, turn red in the face, and then look away.
But, if you don't mind me asking, what were you two talking about?
They kind of straighten their faces and go. Alra goes, "Oh, she was just teaching me some things about what she does." I never knew that agriculture was such an in-depth thing.
Well, yes, that's kind of why I asked for a farm back in the Filthway town.
That does make sense now.
It's
Maybe
also,
when this is all over, I'll probably get some farmland of my own.
well, when all of our stuff is said and done, my farm can be yours if you'd like. It sounds like I
Nah,
might be settling down somewhere other than the mortal plane.
that's surprising from you.
Well, there are a lot of goddesses who are going to try to court us, Alaro. And, there's a couple good ones out there. Not all gods and goddesses are as annoying as our parents can be.
True. Now, you notice through the night, a few the gods that are there. Two more approach Alaro. Bastet and uh, Isis, or what do they call her now?
Who?
They
No, not
changed
ISIS, no!
they changed how you say it.
Are you talking
I think
about Isis's name?
yeah, yeah. I think
It's
it's
Isis. It's Isis.
EC. Yeah, EC's also seems to take an interest in Alaro as well. He doesn't really click too hard with Bastet, but so far, Isis and Bergantia seem to be right up Alaro's alley. He has pleasant conversations with both of them. Let's see. What is she? The goddess of fertility and magic.
Does any of the gods approach Katara?
Let's see. Oops. Hang on, my character sheet decided to take a shit. There we go. Let's see. Dionysus seems to have taken interest. And
The god of alcohol.
Poseidon.
Oh, fuck! That's one of the big three!
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can imagine why. You know who her father is.
The strongest god in hell, so strong that he has to be frozen solid so his power doesn't go out of control.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, Ares also takes an interest.
Poor
Probably I
Katara.
want to smash Katara.
I mean, she is half god, Ivan, so.
I didn't say this in character.
I mean,
The fuck
more
me.
people want to smash you than her, though. You got like 90% of the Valkyries, like, just kissing up on you.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I forgot. Who are the big two generals that are under Freya and Seth? Can't remember their names.
It all depends on the time period, but most of the time, uh, uh it is, what are their names? I'm drawing a blank.
I am too. I cannot think of them. And I know they were in the Marvel movies too. So.
Let me consult my fucking Google Doc and I will get back to you.
Alright. So as the night wanes out, everyone starts going back to their respected pantheons and realms or what have you. Before Isis and Bergantia leave, they look at Alaro and say, as they look at each other, fair competition? Fair competition. Alro is just kind of like, wait, what? And then they both proceed to kiss him on either cheek.
I
and
got
then run
you.
away.
The two main generals are Rota and Hilder.
Yes, Rota and Hilter have taken special interest in Ivan. They are both competing for him.
Good luck, Ivan.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
This is
seriously,
for
good
Ivan?
luck.
I heard
yeah.
Alaro. Wait, I
No,
thought, oh god,
no,
wait,
I was
heard
getting
this
the
wrong.
two female, like the two main generals of the Valkyrie army for him. It's Rota and Hilder. They're fighting over you. They're the third and fourth. Well, they're tied for third strongest Valkyrie in existence.
Oh god, what have I done?
If you play your cards right, you could get them both.
Ivan, you remember Asmodeus? You know how strong and scary he was?
Yes.
Imagine him, but female form. But instead of chaos, it's protection, basically.
Mm.
And they got the big bazooms. Big Bon Homido Tonkers.
Ivan's going to be rolling in bitches, and then he's going to see Derketo, and Derketo's going to be like, I can respect that. I'm the god of lust and sexual pleasure, after all.
Jesus Christ, Ivan, I knew you were lusty when we were dating, but
No,
Jesus,
no,
I didn't know you were this
fucking-
lusty.
No, you want to know what she's going to be? Like, oh, I thought I felt the, like, ability, like, the, potential for you to be a great doctor. No, my potential, you were hitting my other potentials. Dear God!
Ivan
What have I
has
done?
not smashed since fucking... Well, no, he's probably smashed at least once or twice. He has not smashed much since the, divorce. But
tonight
apparently whenever he goes near any of the fucking... anywhere in the god realm, he has women crawling over him.
I mean, you've been touched by a lust god, of course.
Now,
Fair enough.
before the night ends and Odin has everyone retire, well, the rest of the people that are still there, Frankel,
Mm-hmm.
Sif comes up to you.
Hello, Sif.
Big, slightly muscular woman. She looks down at you. She says, "Hello, Frankel."
I hope you've been doing well.
As well as I can. So, have you thought about it?
Thought about what?
Her face turns kind of red and she looks to the side and pouts a little bit and says, "Don't make me say it."
Well, as of current, Sif, I cannot give you an answer. It's not because I don't care for you. It's because there's far too many things across the realm currently for me to give you the answer. It wouldn't be fair to you if I gave you an answer and then go end up dying tomorrow.
If you do die, you'll just come here. You've already earned your place in Asgard. So have all of your friends.
Well, if I die, I may not be coming here, Sif.
Who is your enemy? At least tell me that.
Which one? We have the god of mana / chaos. We have fucking Omnius. My mother.
She kind of is a little shocked at that last one. And she says, "Your mother?"
Have you not heard? She's still alive, Sif.
But you killed her.
Well, as I learned dreadfully, and the rest of my party, Asmodeus said that we didn't, and she came to hell and saw us. Right before we left. Almost killed my friend Hart here and my friend Ivan.
I see. Well,
I could have finished her, but I hesitated.
and I've always told you is that that will one day get you killed.
And that's why I said I cannot give you an answer until everything's done.
She kind of stoops down and she is like inches from your face and looks you square in the eyes and says, "If you die on me, then I have no longer a reason to be a god and live. See that you don't die, okay?
I'll do my best.
And as for this Omnius fellow," she looks to your other party members and then looks back to you and says, "You have a good team. I'm confident that you will win."
Yes, but as a god of war, you should know, confidence can sometimes be the root of downfall.
She kind of chuckles and smiles at that and says, "So, someone's been remembering and paying attention to my lessons after all."
I kind of threw all the close quarter combat lessons out the window, but strategy is important.
Well, all I can say is this. When your final battle comes, know that I will be by your side, even though I cannot actually be.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Sif.
She quickly steals a kiss from you and then saunters away quickly.
Nice.
You can literally see how red her face is, even though she is turned around.
I mean, she's a god, so she's literally positively glowing.
Pretty much.
Well, seeing as my other two friends are busy, I would like to turn to the rest of the group and go, would you care to all get a room together? Since it seems Katara, Ivan, and Alora will be busy tonight.
It didn't even.
Unfortunately, Katara has decided to, as for now, reject their advances.
Oh, I didn't say she was going to be busy because advances. She's going to be busy studying about her father's stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she has that gem.
By the way, you remember how Isis and Bergantia gave Alaro smooch?
Yup.
Both sides on one side is the mark of Isis, on the other is the mark of Bergantia.
I'd like to walk up to Alaro and whisper in his ear, you know Char's going to get jealous, don't you? She can't visit this plane, because this is the light side.
Alaro kind of grumbles at that. I hope she dies in a stake.
Careful, Alaro. Envious gods are something to fear.
So is my fist.
Oh, this is why we're good friends. Well, you enjoy your evening with the goddesses. I'm going to bed.
Alaro kind of talks with them a little more through the night, and they leave. Alaro gets himself into bed. Morrigan has not shown back up, so she is busy. So Alaro is safe for now.
For now.
Ivan, you end up going to bed as well. Unfortunately, you have two luscious general ladies sharing your bed.
Oh.
You are literally sandwiched between them. Nothing is happening. They're just kind of like staring each other down to make sure the other doesn't do anything.
Ivan, just say, why don't I bed you both? Oh. I feel like that's something Ivan would do.
And if that is successful, then he'll have to argue the point, well, why don't I just marry both of you?
Do it, Ivan.
All right,
Do
fine,
it.
yeah, sure. Don't worry, I also have the perfect way to argue why I would get the +2 to the thing.
Wait, hang on. I would just like to point out, seeing as Katara knows what Ivan's in for, she would cast like 5th level blessing on him,
Oh god.
which gives him 5 extra d4s. Good luck, Ivan. Enjoy your sex.
All right, persuasion. Oh,
Oh, you
I
don't
did
even
good
need.
to begin with.
You don't even
And
need the 5
Dude,
d4s.
dude, you don't even have to roll the extra d4.
Just roll the
Oh,
5 d4s, Zeke. How bad do you critically fucking seduce them? Oh dear God. That'd be 31 if you said you had good reason for the +2 bonus.
Now,
this is
what was
the
what,
good reason for the +2 bonus. Looking era of the Mecha God.
You know what? Good. Wait, hang on. You know how your scar gives you disadvantage on persuasion? Since they
Yeah.
enjoy combat and power, this would probably be the other way around with them.
Oh my God, you're fucking right.
now? Do y'all okay? What was their names again?
Oh, Rota and Hilder.
We're gonna have to write that down.
I already sent it to him in DMs. I'll send it to you too.
Rota got a nat 1, and Hilda got a 4 +2.
There you go, Fredo. I sent you both of their names.
They both look at each other, then back to you, shrug, and go, "If you can handle it." All right, so nothing will be gone into detail. We will just roll a performance.
All right.
The performance
I-
roll will be the detail. All right,
That's
now
an
roll your
11, but I also get
5d4.
That'd be a
Dirty
19,
20.
21, or 22 if you add the +2. Otherwise, it's a dirty 20.
Well, they got a 2 +2 and a 10 +2. So, good job there, Bubba.
You just perfectly betted 2 of the Valkyrie generals.
They are
I
literally
really-
out of breath, about to pass out and fall asleep, as they both say at the same time, "Mortals are amazing."
Jesus Christ, Ivan is
Ivan's
a
just
madman.
Ivan's just sitting there standing at the end of the bed. So you ladies ready for round 2?
Fucking Ivan's got the biggest, stupidest grin on his face in between both of them. He's like, "That's right."
All right.
And it makes sense. It makes sense for your character because you are fucking the goddess of love and sexual pleasure.
It does. It does.
She taught you a thing or 3.
You kept her entertained for 4 years. That's
Well, I
quite
guess
a
that
long
means
time.
He taught her a thing or 3. Alright, so as the night finally ends, everyone's asleep. And Odin is still on his throne in his hall.
Good
The
thing.
gods that I had aforementioned before that came to talk to him are there.
Since my character doesn't need sleep, can I roll stealth to see if I can like stealth to like the outside of the room?
I mean, you can try.
What you mean try? I got this. Oh, easy. 26.
None of them notice you.
Beautiful. I'm just gonna listen in.
So, I do believe the gods that had affirmation, and one of them was Hades. Sif, and Ares. Odin looks to them and says, "So, we have our plan then." Hades chimes in and says, "Yes, Odin, but the price will be steep. The god of mana is already half transformed into his chaos. If we do not end it this day, by morning, then by mid-afternoon, Asgard will fall."
Gasp.
Who else did I say? Hades, Sif,
And
who else?
Ares.
And Ares. Ares says, with fire in his eyes, "They will regret the day that their army decides to touch this land. Because after they come through here, they will go for ours. I will not permit this." Sif looks at Hades and says, Sif looks at Ares and says, "Ares, please calm yourself. We all want the same thing. We want to make sure all the realms are safe, even the human world. With Frankel and his friends here, we may stand a chance. Although I do worry about their friend Alaro." Odin has a look of confusion on his face and asks, "What do you mean, Sif?" She has a dark expression on her face and says, "Odin, he is the son of Miss Charka and Spader." Odin has a grim look on his face. "So it's begun. The time when destruction is set upon all worlds. I take it this false god Omnius has something to do with it." Sif shakes her head and says, "No. That is not the reason why I worry for Alaro. And the real threat is someone who is close to all of them. A being named." And we will end the session there.
I'm glad I decided to sneak away and listen to the gods. It's gonna fucking suck when they say Gillizu and I just pop out. What'd you say about my robot friend? Or honestly, any of the people here. Cause I'm gonna just be like, what?
How did y'all like that cliffhanger? I guarantee if Mason been here, he'd been like, "Fuck."
No idea, but all I know is that god damn our people need to see what happened tonight on our
you fucking bedded 2 Valkyrie generals. You got this, buddy.
I got this.
Your ex-wife would be proud.
She would. She really would.
She's gonna be a bit jealous though. But alright, stream, that's gonna end it because I'm not streaming video games until the whole situation with my mother
Before
is
you end
done.
stream, I just want to say, not only is Ivan a doctor, but he's also a love doctor.
Get out of here.
As some people, hey Zeke, as some people say, love is the best medicine, and that's where we're ending stream. See